We've talked about fasting extensively.
Yeah.
All the different benefits. Somebody that wants to put this into action, obviously we need to balance it with periods of time we're eating a healthy diet as well. How do they structure this as part of a healthy lifestyle? We've talked about going up to a 7-day water fast. So what does that look like throughout a year? How often would somebody want to do these longer fasts?
Okay. So what the final question is, a healthy person, how would he, just wants to do good maintenance. I want to be healthy because I want a health lifespan, right?
Yeah, let's talk about from short to long, how often they want to do different fasts.
Okay. Every day should be a fasting experience. So doing time-restricted feeding on a daily basis should become part of your life. Stop snacking. It's unnatural. You should only have 2 meals a day in a 6-hour interval. This or 8 at the most. This is my recommendation, number 1. Number 2 is that at least twice a month, minimum twice a month, you should do a fast. That means minimum 24 hours fasting. And when you get used to doing 2 24-hour fasts a month, then once in a while you can make it into a 36-hour fast. But doing this is so good for your physiology and the hormesis and all the things we talked about. So a normal person, healthy person, I just want to stay out of Dr. J's office and better still want to stay off his cath lab table, right? Then this is what you need to do. Time-restricted feeding. Eat right. Fast at least twice a month where you can just skip that one meal also and just go to 24-hour fast. I'm not asking you to do more. These are for normal people, not for people who are sick. If you're diabetic and all that stuff, of course, though you got to do more extended fasting on that. But just you and I, normal people. That's what we need to do. And then you can take it to the next level. If there's a family history of any type of disease whatsoever, it tends to run in my family. Everyone got this. Everyone got cancer. Everyone had heart disease. Then at least once a year, minimum once a year, you should do a 5-day water fast for a normal, healthy person once a year, if there's a strong family history. So I don't have anything wrong with me. I'm fine, except I have a strong family history. Just do a 5-day water fast once a year. It will really change your physiology. I want to mention one thing to you, Jess, that when, let's say I eat a 1,500 calorie meal today, and I've eaten it in the setting of having had lunch. I already had lunch, and now I'm going out and I'm eating a 1,500 calorie diet. Versus, had I not eaten all day today, and now I'm eating 1,500 calories. Is there a difference in the way my body is going to deal with those 1,500 calories? And I want everyone to understand this very carefully. And yes, there's a huge difference because those calories that were consumed in a non-fasting state, you're going to require a much higher amount of insulin production because you're not that insulin sensitive, because you had just eaten. When you haven't eaten all day, and now you eat the 1,500 calories, you're insulin sensitive, so you're only going to make this much insulin. What's the big difference? When you make only a small amount of insulin, less of it is going to go into deposition. And deposition where? Into storage. Where? Into the viscera, into your liver, around your pancreas and all the ectopic fat. Versus when you're making a lot of insulin, the same 1,500 calories, you're going to gain weight because you got so much insulin. You're going to gain weight. You're going to get visceral fat. But wait a second, we had 1,500 calories. That one meal is going to be partitioned totally differently. Had you eaten that in a fasting state than eating it in a fed state? This is extremely important to understand. Your body will take the 1,500 calories in a fasting state, okay, where your insulin levels were very low, and it will not store those calories and convert it into fat. It'll take a certain amount only and put it into storage, very small amount. And the rest of it, so what happened to those calories? How can they just vanish? There's no such thing as vanishing calories. Those calories get burnt off. And where do they get burnt off? They get burnt off in your brown fat cells. Those brown fat cells are inside your viscera, not viscera, in your thoracic cavity and under your skin. And they're brown because they're full of mitochondria, the brown cells. And they increase in numbers. You get browning through fasting. And then the mitochondria in those cells burn the calories. They literally just burn the calories. And they produce heat. They produce heat and they burn them off. So it's not a waste. What the body is doing is that it's making your mitochondria very efficient, and the browning of fat cells is very healthy for you. The other way, you did not allow that to happen. You took most of that because so much insulin you had, you put it all into storage. Now you got to deal with that stored fat in your liver and in your pancreas. So what I'm saying is that eating that same meal in a fasting state is more forgiving to you. That is what I'm saying. Timing is more important than the actual content of the food. Actual content is important. Okay, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to think that, I got to go out and eat whatever I want. No. But the timing is very important. So eat when you are in a fasting state. You'll be far better off eating in a fasting state. I haven't eaten for 18 hours, 16 hours, whatever you want. And then you eat your meal. It's far more forgiving for you in your physiology, because repeated elevations in your insulin levels will make you insulin resistant, and eventually you become a diabetic patient. And you don't want to do that. You're an epidemic of diabetes. So the important message here is timing of eating. Don't underestimate that. It's this whole thing about calories in, calories out. I'm watching my calories, is all garbage. Nothing but garbage. It's this calories in, calories out has been debunked. But people still, look, anything new in medicine will take at least 10 years before it becomes the norm. Yet it's taking so long for the community to accept this, the medical community to actually accept this. This is the same way as about smoking. We knew about smoking for years, but it took almost 50 years before we finally did something about it. We don't have 50 more years to change the way we eat and our relationship with food and how often we eat and what we eat. We don't have 50 years. Our children don't have 50 years. And the quality of their brain and their lifestyle and their health is being affected now. We need to change today.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch the full episode. I'll see you over there.
The king of all hormesis is fasting. Doing time-restricted feeding on a daily basis should become part of your life. Stop snacking. It's unnatural. You should only have 2 meals a day in a 6-hour interval.